Slowly he walked up the scaffold, from where he would be carried as a corpse. It is not the first time he has walked up these gallows. It is not even the second time. Twice before today, the gallows refused to drop John Lee to his death. Surely hoping it would happen a third time is wishful thinking. He heard them test the gallows several times today, and it hasn't failed once. That is indeed the last steps he would take. It is February 23rd, 1885. Who will remember this day? For the third time the hangman placed a black hood over his head. Just before his sight was obscured, he saw a few faces of the closest onlookers, before the last of the sunlight was extinguished from his sight forever. The now familiar noose tightens around his neck, and the hangman tugs at the rope to make sure it is correctly placed for a rapid end to his life. Somewhere the chaplain's voice drones on about eternity and mercy when he heard the hangman pull the handle, which would be the last sound he would ever hear. His heart is beating wildly as if it wants to remain alive for just a few seconds longer. For a third time the trapdoor failed to open, and as if in reverse order the noose was removed, and the noise became recognizable voices again as the hood over his head was lifted and the sunshine appeared as if a miracle. It was the final time that he would be on the gallows, because anyone who survives 3 attempts at the gallows cannot be executed. John Lee's sentence was commuted to life in prison. He was released 22 years later and emigrated to the United States, where he later died. But what happened that day that he could cheat the gallows 3 times? The chaplain stood on a warped plank, and his weight would extend the plank into the path of the trapdoor, preventing it from opening. When they tested the gallows that day, the chaplain was not asked to stand at the spot he would be during the execution. And now you know how that happened.